kind of tree do you want?
A big one.
How big?
I don't know what it is.
You have to watch the size of the trunk.
Yeah. Do we know how wide it needs to be? How narrow?
I think it's only like, is that 6 inch?
Maybe it's like 5.
You might be right. I don't want to have to shave it down because it dries up quicker that way, I think, because you expose. Too much.
What kind do you think we should get?
Scotch pine.
Isn't that the most common?
I don't know if it's the most common, but it's the kind we always get.
I think it's the cheapest.
I think so.
And they grow faster than the other kinds.
You know where we're going?
Looks like we're here. Neighboring gardens.
Which side of the road?
Left. Do I turn up this road? Looks like it.
You know where to park?
Parking.
Nobody here.
Oh, they got trees though. We've never been here before. What's that look like?
I was just looking, thanks.
Okay.
What are they all different priced or are they?
Yeah, then it depends on the height and how, what their shape and thing.
Is that tall enough?
Maybe could you hold it?
Yeah.
Well, how tall is that?
Well,
Man, you drive like a maniac.
I do
Crazy.
not.
You talk about me. Is this a tree? Or is this a tree?
That's a tree. How tall is that?
That's at least 20 feet tall.
Oh, come on.
What do you think of that?
Looks
huh?
about 8 feet, doesn't it?
Is that the good side?
Oh, looks good to me.
Let me turn it around. Is that better?
That's good.
That's the better side?
Nice tree.
Okay. I'll let you drag it in the house, seeing that you're pregnant. Okay, fade it out.
How do I do that?
Hit the gray. The season of Advent originated out of a desire on the part of the early church to provide a period of preparation and reflection before the celebration of Christmas. Its first observance as a season of preparation was in France. By the time of the Council of Tours, 563, Advent was commonly accepted throughout France. From there it spread to Milan and Spain. However, it was not until the 13th century that Advent was universally recognized as beginning the calendar of the Christian year. As its observance became more widespread, certain customs, traditions, legends, and practices were added to its original emphasis on prayer, self-introspection, and worship. Thus, at present, there is a full, rich heritage from which to draw as we prepare for the coming festival of the Nativity. The season itself encompasses 4 weeks, beginning on the Sunday nearest St. Andrew's Day, November 30th. We can readily appreciate the wisdom of the ancient church's desire for a proper approach to the joyous Christmas revelation, especially when we see the influence of secular forces on today's Christmas celebration. Instead of, there are only 20 more days in which to prepare to welcome God's precious gift, we are reminded that there are only 20 more shopping days till Christmas. Today, we light the first candle of Advent, the prophecy candle. Our circle of light begins. God's plan is to be fulfilled. The prophets have foretold the coming one who shall bring light and dispel darkness. No longer need any fear the dark, for the light of the world shall come.
North America has long been the melting pot of the world, and from this fusion of many nationalities and races comes its strength. Customs, secular and religious, which were brought here from the old country, have come to mean as much to long-established residents as they did to the newly arrived immigrants. Such an adopted practice is that of the Advent wreath. A type of Advent wreath was first used by the sun-worshipping tribes of northern Europe. In the dark days of winter, when the sun seemed farthest removed from the earth, the sun-worshippers prayed to the hidden God to turn back the wheels of the sun wagon and return to earth once more. They took a wheel from one of their own wagons and, decorating it with greens and candles, hung it up in their homes. This custom was later adopted by the Christians and given a Christian interpretation. On the first Sunday in Advent, the first of our 4 candles is lit, and the first Old Testament prophecy was read. On each of the succeeding 3 Sundays in Advent, another prophecy is read and another candle is lit until the wreath is a circle of light. Thus we move up the ladder of preparation toward the observance of Christ's birth. On the second Sunday of Advent, we light the Bethlehem candle. God's plan further unfolds. Joseph and Mary leave Nazareth and begin their journey toward Bethlehem. How are you feeling?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
You better get to work. We're going to be up all night doing this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks good.
Should it go up to this one, or is that too high?
It doesn't have to go up too high, but that's all right.
Maybe I should keep it down here.
We need 2 more.
Yeah. There. I can get out of here. How's that look?
What do you
God
say?
bless you. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Okay, I'm going to read a letter now that we just received in the Christmas card from Uncle Art from Massachusetts. And we thought it was a letter from him, but it turns out to be a letter from Bert's dad, Jack Hendricks,
Megan.
to his niece Olive and his sister Ida. And the neat thing about it, it was written in April of 1936. And if we all know that 1936, it was the middle of the Depression. Dear Olive and Ida, beautiful card received. Thanks. I'm so glad you sent it. You see, it's so long since anyone wrote that we thought you were all sore about something. I was afraid that I would have to leave Michigan without saying goodbye to you folks. You see, in the will of the Lord, I am going into the Lord's work full time, and I am going on faith. We've gone through so much here in the world, and the Lord has sustained us, that we have learned to trust Him. And 2 weeks ago tomorrow, Sunday night, God spoke to me and thrust His challenge at me. Prove me now. I accepted the challenge, and I said back to the Lord, Lord, if you really want me to go, I want you to give me a certain token by Wednesday night. And if I get this token, I'll take it as a direct word from you to go. I got the token on the Wednesday. A man by the name of Eric Gerbhardt is going with me. We are both going alone and trusting God alone to keep us. I didn't say a word to Mary, but I did ask the Lord to speak to Mary, and He did. And the result is that Mary has started to pray that the Lord will have complete control of my life, and she has offered me to the Lord for His service. Jesus said, He that loveth father, mother, wife, etc. more than me is not worthy to be my disciple. With the thousands of souls going to hell, I cannot stay at home and sit comfortably by, satisfied to be saved, while others perish. I must go out and present my Savior to a dying world. We are looking to the Lord for our food and lodging. No human being is backing us, no church either. Just going out into a world where we don't know a single soul and preach Jesus, not worrying where we'll eat or sleep, ready to sacrifice our lives for Him. Oh, I am so happy at the prospect. The world holds no beauty for me. Jesus is all the world to me. Henry is not going. We are praying that the Lord will supply us with a public address system for preserving our voices and throats. But whether or not we get it, we're going if the Lord still leads. I have consecrated my family unto the Lord, and things have changed since I did so. Even Kenneth is trying hard to quit smoking after 4 years of refusal. Do you know real happiness in the Lord? I do. If not, you may have the peace and joy that I have. Just think, still out of work, and God marvelously keeps us, and we don't ever get miserable. When friends and relatives fail you, Jesus is near. The psalmist said, when father and mother forsake me, then the Lord will pick me up. Just think, when I could have done with $1 and didn't know where to turn, I just got down and told Him all about it. He has never let us get down to our last penny. A month ago, I wanted $5. I didn't say a single word to a soul, but I got down and said, oh Lord, I would like to have some money. I need it. It's a medium of exchange. I thought of $5 all the time. Somehow, do send it to me, and I'll give you all the praise and glory." The very next day, a man from quite a distance, with all the ministers in town, came over and asked me to marry him, and he gave me $5 in advance. A week ago Thursday, I had to travel almost outside city limits to preach at a Baptist church. I got on my knees and asked the Lord for 2 gallons of gas. This was on the day that I was to preach. I had no gas. But late that afternoon, a man gave me the 2 gallons just to take him a short way. Now mind you, I didn't say a single word to a soul. When I got home from preaching at the church, I put my hand in my pocket, and behold, there was some money in it. I don't know who put it there. A week ago Sunday, tomorrow night, I left home to go to a church I did not expect to preach. I had no money with me, and Mary wanted me to go to the bake shop and bring some bread home. We buy bread every day. When I got home, I had the bread and money left over, and I took no money for bread. Time and again I've left the house broke and got home with money in my pocket. Don't know who put it there. Olive, this is an experience I wouldn't sell for billions. I know the Lord quite intimately, for which I thank God. One day Mary asked me to take a few cents and get some bread. I said, "No, I can't afford to spend that money. I am going out and depend on the Lord to supply the bread and save those few cents." Now mind you, Mary sent me for 4 loaves of bread. I came home with 6 loaves, 2 big cakes, 1 pound of butter, spuds, carrots, parsnips, and a big rolled roast. And I didn't say a word, not so much as a word, to anyone. You see how God steps in when one will trust him. Who says, "I will never leave thee nor forsake thee"? I'm just telling you these things in the hope that they may rouse you to godly jealousy and cause you to follow and work for the Lord. You will never regret it, Olive. The Lord bless you all, and if the Lord still leads that way, this may be my last letter to you from Detroit. Please don't think I'm talking of myself. I'm trusting that I have exalted Christ and glorified God. Yours by sovereign grace alone, Jack Hendricks. P.S. Something like 5 years out of work and never had to ask for money. Wouldn't get it anyway, but God knows.
Today we light the 3rd candle of Advent, the angel's candle. The pace quickens. We who live after the fact sense the anticipation of Advent because we look forward to a promise fulfilled. Think of what it meant to those who longed for the fulfillment all their lives. O wisdom, who came from the mouth of the Most High, reaching from end to end and ordering all things mightily and sweetly, come and teach us the way of prudence. Amen.
Today we light the 4th candle in Advent, the shepherd's candle. The waiting is almost over. God is faithful. The sun awaits us. May we reflect the light of the world in our lives as we too journey to the manger with our gifts. We love because he first loved us.
Hello, how are you today?
We're here in Kentucky having a Kentucky Christmas, and we thought we'd share it with you.
This is to Sheila from Mom and Dad Eagle, I assume. Did you wrap this one yourself, Sheila?
No, I might have picked some of them out, but I didn't wrap them.
It looks like a car. Woo!
Ooh! Pair of fat jeans.
Alright, look at them baby. fit into them.
Thank you very much. I'm going to use these, hopefully. Okay, let's see here. To Craig for Mom and Dad eat.
I wonder what this could be. Ha ha! No, I saw a guy. Oh, I didn't know what it was. A massage pillow. What does it do? Massage you? Does it
Yep.
have any,
It's next over here.
Ooh. The question is, does it have batteries in it?
I doubt it.
Hey, what kind of electrical engineer are you? You send your son-in-law an electronic toy with no batteries, no power? What do they take?
I think I'll get some use out of this one.
Thank you. I demonstrated, but unfortunately, don't have any juice.
Okay. What's next? Here, why don't I get some of these out in the pile?
Just grab one.
Here's one. To Craig from Ann and Brad.
Why do I open the next one?
Oh.
From Ann and Brad. Aha!
Ooh,
Aha.
wow.
I must have talked to my wife. You knew I was back in the running.
You really need those. He runs with gardening gloves on.
Yeah, these are quite a bit better than gardening gloves. Thank you.
What are these?
Socks.
Dry foot.
That's right. Keep your foot dry.
You mean so they don't sweat?
No, so they don't absorb so much water.
Because of the sweat or in the rain?
Either.
Or both?
Either, but if I'm running in the rain, that's what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Ann and Brad.
Okay, I'm gonna open one. To Sheila from Ann and Brad.
Hey, wow. Are there any more in the back there? We can pull them all up.
I think they're all out. Is this what I think it is? I hope so.
What do you think it is?
It's a traveling jewelry case.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Oh, it's nice. Thanks a lot. Well, Mrs. Santa did a good job of informing you. Thanks very much. I can sure get some use out of this. That's really pretty.
Oh, that's neat.
You never knew that I liked blue, did you?
Okay, my turn?
Yep.
I want to make this fast so I don't get bored to death. To Craig, from Mom and Dad Eagle. Aha. Came from Land's End. Woo! I wonder who you were talking to.
Those are nice.
Yeah, they fit perfect, if you were wondering. Go ahead and open another one out.
Demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
How come Brad and Ann gave me so many gifts? I sure do like this paper. I wonder where this came from. Oh, is that pretty? Candle wicking kits. Thanks a lot. Now since I took a leave from work, I should be able to get some of this done. Thank you very much. Those are pretty. Did you see these?
Yeah. Ooh.
Aren't those pretty?
Now that you've got all kinds of time.
Huh.
Open another one, Shirley.
All right. I'm gonna run out. Holy Family into Egypt. Oh, that is really pretty.
Wow,
Thanks a lot.
sharp.
That's really pretty. And look what else.
All
A
right,
barbecue tablecloth.
that is great.
We'll get some use out of that. Thanks a
Without
lot.
a doubt.
Those are nice.
Wise gift, wise gift. Now, let me ask you. Which one looks better with this jacket? I'm sure you'd agree.
A little nicer on the right, I think. Okay, it's your turn. Hurry up. We don't want to keep these people all night.
You really think they
Or
would
day.
spend
Depends
their
on when
time
you watch it.
watching this silly tape?
Sure they would. Might want to see.
From Ann and Brad again? You must have won the lottery.
Oh, I know what this is.
Why?
I don't
You're
know.
not supposed to know it. Oh, Lake Wobegon. Took me a long time to figure. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Prairie Home Companion,
Yeah,
10th
okay.
anniversary.
I didn't recognize it until I saw Wobegon. Thank you very much.
I can listen to that on my new gift.
Yeah, go show them your ghetto blast. Thank you,
Except
thank you.
I have to unplug it.
That's alright.
This was my big gift from my Santa Claus down here. Isn't that nice?
Well,
I've been wanting one of these. I was just complaining that I've been begging him for about 6 months to get me one, and he finally did. It's really a nice one, too. You can find a plug with him. I think there's an extension cord hooked up there, and you can put it in. You want to put that on?
it's alright.
Right back there with the tree. Okay. Alrighty, one more
Your
here.
turn. Peanut, peanut.
Another one from Brad and Ann.
Big.
Looks like they did a lot of shopping this year. Is this a hint? Am I supposed to start
You don't
running?
have to, it's just that they come in handy for me.
These are mine.
No, I'm saying you don't have to use them, I mean, you don't have to be jogging to use them, see?
Oh, I know. I'm just teasing. These are really nice. Thanks. Change tapes.